Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch a Jaws ripoff. It's Tintorera, Tiger Shark. Let's check it out. The film takes place in Mexico, where we have some shark hunters.
TINTORERA. The Americans like you say Tiger Shark.
Tiger Shark.
See you later.
See you later.
Now here's this dude pulling up another shark, but apparently a bigger shark got a hold of it.
I told you it ate more than half. Maybe you hate them, but I feel sorry for them.
You're the manager of the
Fiona
hotel.
Lewis plays
Just a simple guest.
Patricia.
Enjoying the scenery. Tonight, I'm having a special dinner. Island lobster and French champagne. Would you care to join me?
Who's the dinner for?
Patricia goes skinny dipping. So we got these two guys, Steve and Miguel, who are pairing off with some chicks.
Now, you go with Miguel. He's fabulous. Hello. Hello, sleepyhead.
This film features a lot of underwater footage, specifically fishing or hunting and fishing footage. And apparently it's all real. Anyway, that night they're ogling Susan George. She plays Gabriella. And they both think they can get her. And they both may be right, because next thing you know, she's on their boat with both of them. And I guess no one's going to win this bet because it's a tie. She lays down some ground rules for their relationship, though.
Number one. At no time should any of us get jealous. No jealousy at any time.
I agree to that.
She goes hunting with them, but when she sees a shark, she freaks out and hops back in the boat. So they're underwater, and we're going to see the big shark, the Tintorera.
Gabriela, don't you ever think this will end someday?
When it comes. Not now.
What about the future?
I don't think about the future.
Our trio like to frolic and take pictures. Steven and Miguel are back in the water later, and here comes that giant shark. And that's Miguel he's got. And that might be the end of Miguel. Oh, there's half of Miguel. Gabriella's done.
I'm leaving this afternoon, Steve.
Can't we go somewhere else and try to forget?
The memory of Miguel is never going to leave us.
Fans of Three's Company might remember Priscilla Barnes.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. I'm stars. It's an
Oh, Gabriella gone. Steven moves on pretty quickly to other women.
Remember,
Right away, he's got two more.
And Mike, we're sorry.
So Steven and a few others are partying, frolicking in the water, and guess what's lurking nearby? Some sort of official.
The accident happened here.
Why weren't the beaches closed?
A massive hunt is then ordered, and people are trying to catch it, but I think Steven himself manages to find the Tintorera later. Loses his flashlight, though. And that kind of abruptly ends our film. Alright, let's talk about Tintorera. Now, I had seen this movie once before, rented it and copied it from a Blockbuster, I think, in the Milwaukee area, circa 1998 or so. Watched it then, hadn't seen it since, didn't remember a damn thing about it other than I remember Priscilla Barnes was in it, and I remembered there was a shark, clearly. It's a Jaws ripoff that came out 2 years after Jaws. It was directed by Rene Cardona, I think is his name. Mexican director. He directed Guyana, Cult of the Damned, a lot of other exploitation films. It's an odd film, though, because the focus on the movie really isn't about the shark. It's, I want to say it's just more of a love triangle, although it's not really love because there's no love involved here, regarding Miguel, Steven, and Susan George, who they're pursuing. She plays Gabriela. It takes place, I guess, presumably somewhere off the Mexican coast, and there are some shark hunters down there, including our main characters here. I don't know exactly why they're hunting the sharks, though, if they're for meat or sport or what, but I think I read somewhere that all of the fishing footage, the shark killing and everything else, is real, and it looks real, for sure. So anyway, at one point, apparently there's this giant tiger shark they call the Tintorera, and I don't know if that's Mexican or Spanish for tiger shark, but that's what they call it. And at one point, the shark eats half of another shark that they had killed that they were pulling up. And then there's like Miguel, Steven, and Gabriela have like a threesome relationship with each other. They meet her in a bar, and they both bet who can sleep with her first. It ends up being a tie because they have a threesome. And then they just start a relationship. They live on this boat, and they do whatever, and they lay down some ground rules. If anybody falls in love, that's the end of the three-way stuff. As she says, there can be no other women involved, just me, because I'm enough for both of you. And I don't know, she tags along with them on some of their shark hunting adventures. And then one day, they're underwater, and the Tintorera, the giant shark, attacks Miguel, slices him, cuts him in two, eats the top half, I guess, the bottom half floated at the bottom. So then Gabriela's all depressed, and she just decides she's out. You know, I'm done. This was a fun relationship, but we're done now. She goes back to shore, and that's the last we see of her. Steven sticks around, and he ends up partying with some other ladies, including Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company. She played like bar girl number 1. She's partying with those two and some other chicks we saw earlier in the film, and some guys as well. They all decide to go skinny dipping in the water at night. And then while that's happening, the shark attacks and kills, I think, at least one of them, maybe 2. And then like the whole area decides we got to get this shark. We got to kill this shark. And then ultimately, I think it's Steven who gets the shark at the end. We see him like stab it, and then we don't really see the aftermath of it because the movie just kind of ends. I don't know. It's a strange movie because, like I said, there's not a whole hell of a lot of shark footage in this movie. It's like an hour of a love story and maybe 20 minutes of shark. I don't know. It's a strange film. I think Susan George's lines may have been dubbed in too. But anyway, that's it. It's kind of like Jaws with a lot of nudity thrown in too. I read a review of this movie that said there's a lot of man ass in this movie, and it's right. There's a lot of naked men in this movie. I only saw one penis, but a lot of butts. The women, there's full frontal nudity from them too. A lot of toplessness, skinny dipping. It's like Jaws with, like I said, with boobs. So there you go. And I have no problem with that. Priscilla Barnes gets naked. Susan George gets naked. Both of our guys get naked. Yeah, Tintorera. Anyway, this was put up by BLU-RAY recently by, it looks like, it says Kino Lorber, Scorpion, and MGM. So I guess everybody had a hand in this one. I don't know. So yeah, I picked it up. There's another movie that came out at the short, also called Shark's Treasure, which is coming out, which I have that pre-ordered. Actually, that should be arriving in the next month, I think. So, but anyway, that's Tintorera. It's just a weird movie. It's okay. But it's nothing spectacular. But again, I think the most disturbing thing was that most of the fishing was real and most of the shark killing was real. So anyway, Tintorera, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Tiger Shark, Tintorera, watch it. Bye.